Hello, everybody. This is Robert Ferguson. And yes, we're going to talk about a diet free life. And if you're here for the very first time, I want to welcome you. And I want to let you know that if you have questions as it pertains to losing weight, improving health, anything around nutrition, fitness, mindset that can put you in a position where you can win, then I'm all in. That means send the questions, and if I can answer and provide information that I believe can help you, I will. If I don't know, I will let you know. Now, if you're catching me on LinkedIn or Facebook or some other social media other than YouTube, I want to encourage you to come over to YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, so that anytime we upload a video or go live, you will at least be notified, and then you can watch it then, or you can watch it at your convenience. Now, uh, we're going to dive right in. And I don't know how to talk about what we're going to talk about, except for just talk about it. Now, the title of what I'm sharing today is a question. And the question is, why are Black women the unhealthiest population in the United States of America? That's a question. Now, this is not a racial thing. This is not it's a topic of concern. And I'm bringing it up, and I'm on a mission to set the stage to bring clarity to why this is happening. And I believe in doing so, everybody, all ethnicities, will be shown a roadmap on how they can improve their health and live their best quality life. Now, I set up a GoFundMe because the one thing that I know I can do is I can get some of our certified coaches to work with people. And I have quite a few of them that are willing to work with people at a reduced fee. And when I say certified coaches, they're all trained on the diet-free life methodology. They're certified nutritionists, health, and weight loss coaches. And I have a good amount of them that are all about helping and wanting to make a difference. In addition to that, we have an 8-week fat loss challenge that we put on all the time. And someone may catch this video live or the replay, or someone shares this with you. And if you want to learn how to eat, you want to better understand nutrition so you don't have to rely on anyone else, then our challenge is a great place to start. I guarantee you're going to learn things that you didn't know about nutrition, but you're going to be empowered in a way where it meets you where you are, same as working with a coach, and shows you how to eat regular, everyday food that can fit in your lifestyle. So it's meeting you where you are. And then each and every week you're learning, you're applying what you learn, and you're moving closer to where you want to be, whether it's losing weight, dropping some body fat, maybe one step closer to one day not having to be on certain meds, maybe just improving overall health and energy. But the goal is to make a difference in your life and anyone who wants to upgrade their life. Now, in our time together, you don't have to be Black to listen in, right? I'm inviting everybody to listen in because it's staggering to me. If it was Asian women that were the unhealthiest population in the United States, I would be having that conversation. If it was Hispanic women, same conversation. If it was Italian women, and I believe you get the point. See, at the end of the day, I'm all about making a difference. And for 31 years, I have done this work, and I've helped thousands of people. And I will continue to reach out with the goal of helping more people. But this topic really touches me deeply because, well, one, I'm Black. Two, I have relatives that are Black. So I'm seeing it. And I don't like to see disparities with anyone. So I'm anti-bully. And I don't really know how to get this going except for what we're about to talk about right now. Because I have talked to celebrities that you guys are aware of. I have Facebook friends who are billionaires I've talked to about this. I've talked to executives. I've talked to physicians. I've talked to many influential influencers in fitness, nutrition. And guess what? They really don't care about this topic. They don't care. And these are people who are Black. They don't care. Now, if what I am saying is true, why aren't these influencers and the people that you listen to, why aren't they talking about it? I don't hear D.L. Hughley talking about it. I mean, I don't listen to his show, but I hear him screaming and yelling about a lot of things, but I don't see him talking about this. I don't see Steve Harvey talking about it, and he's a health conscious person, from what I understand. I mean, I've been on his show, never went on his radio show, but I was on his TV show. I don't hear Roland Martin talking about it. Maybe they are. So if just because I don't hear it, maybe they are talking about it. Maybe you've heard them talk about it. I don't see a lot of people talking about this, and this is a big deal. I mean, the health of the country is at an all-time worst. And I'm going to address that in my new book that's coming out later this year, 2026. And what I'm going to share with you right now, just basic stats. So I put together some stats. And I'm going to share them with you. And then you tell me, help me understand if I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong. So many people are unhealthy and they're struggling, and many people don't even understand how they got to that place. And many people just assume as they get older in life, as they mature in age, that these unhealthy conditions and situations are just going to happen. It doesn't have to be that way. Trust me, I have a lot of clients. I have private clients in 18 countries. I work with everybody, white, Black, rich, poor, it doesn't matter to me. But this is a problem. Now, when you look at leadership, you would hope that there would be some. When it comes to improving the health of the Black community, I don't see any leadership. Now, there's people out there who are talking better health and encouraging people to exercise and eat better. There's a lot of misinformation out there as well. So it's not like there's no one. There are people. And I do believe that most people do care. If you got them on national television, they would say they care. But their actions aren't demonstrating it. Like, I'll give you an example, and I'm not going to beat up on Oprah. But Oprah, I wish you would hear this. We live right near each other. You've met me. And you go out of your way with all your success to promote these drugs and to promote things for kids in Africa and other places other than the United States. And when you were getting on top in the beginning of your career, many Black women really were supporting you. They were in your corner. They were rah-rahing you. And when you switched over, and I'm using that loosely because they were still in your corner, and got like major attention and started attracting other ethnic groups, it's like you just took off. And when you show up, you're promoting something. It's always extremely far left, cray kind of stuff. But I have not seen you come back and address this issue that I'm talking about right now. You got a book telling people that there's an obesity gene and there is not. That's a lie. Then you're quoted on The View, which I'm going to do a whole show on this, where you said, quote, "You don't overeat and become obese. Obesity causes you to overeat." That's ridiculous. I mean, that's embarrassing. That's sad. You can't be that disconnected. Obviously, you are. So I would love to see someone like Oprah. Michelle Obama came into the game. She happens to be Black. I did work for Let's Move. I was behind it. I thought it was amazing. It was going to be great. I don't see her talking about health and nutrition. It was like, I'm in office. I got to have something to do. Let's talk about it for a second. And then she's out. And I'm not beating up on Michelle Obama, but this is a problem here. And nobody's talking about it. And when you look for leadership, Michelle Obama, who was all about let's move and nutrition and health, and let's get people healthy. And I don't see her talking about it. Maybe she is talking about it. Maybe I'm just totally missing it. Maybe Oprah talks about it on her show, but I don't see it. I'm not seeing it, people. So let me tell you why this is alarming to me. Let's look at obesity first. Okay, so let me see how many we're going to go over. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. I had like 30, right? But let's just go over 8. So now I want you to understand why I feel that there's urgency here. Okay. Obesity. And again, I'm sharing this because I care. I actually care, and I'm hoping to help some people. And a lot of people don't, they just don't care. I'm telling you, when you look at the data, and I watch the responses, they don't care. And I had a great conversation with someone the other day who's a Black woman, professional. She's a doctor of pharmacology. She's a great speaker, communicates extremely well. I could feel her passion and heart to want to make a difference. And then I talked to another lady who is very smart, charismatic, also is in the Black community. Both these ladies are Black. And if I can get these two ladies on board, because I believe they will do it better justice than me as far as explaining it or winning over the average Black woman. Because I may come across, and if I am, I apologize, but I may come across a little hard because I'm sharing stats. I could come across a little insensitive. That's not my goal at all. I really want to be an asset to helping. But it's hard to communicate it in a way where I'm just having a tough time with it. And so I need more Black women to come and rally, like message me, email me, reach out to me, help me communicate it. And I'll tell you what the plan is, right? Because when you look at obesity, we're not just talking about the BMI. We're talking about stuff that's killing people. Black adults, especially Black women, have some of the highest obesity rates. They have the highest obesity rates in the United States, with about 56% of Black women classified as obese based on the body mass index, which is not 100%. It's not accurate as far as obesity. I believe based on body fat percentage or a DEXA scan, the numbers are going to be worse, actually. Now, when you are obese, it raises the risk of all-cause mortality, to include heart disease, of course, type 2 diabetes, and stroke. Now, 56 is pretty high. National average is about 43%. That's 13% difference. That's significant. Then you get into the nuts and bolts of it. Type 2 diabetes. Black adults are significantly more likely than white adults to be diagnosed with diabetes, with some estimates showing about 60% higher. 60% higher. Think about that. you're black and you have a 60% higher prevalence of being a type 2 diabetic. And right now, over 10% of the adult population is type 2 diabetes. That's all people. That's crazy. And black women, black folks have a 60% increased risk. That's staggering. And if those numbers don't mean anything to you, okay, just take my word for now. That's staggering. And then when you know more about it, as I'm going to share with you right now, and I'm talking about type 2 diabetes, if over 10% of the population is living with type 2 diabetes, we know that that's about 30, 35 million people. We know that about, close to 100 million people are pre-diabetic, and 80% of them don't even know it. It's like we get the sugar, we get the type 2 diabetes, and we just accept it. Unbelievable. Now, when you have type 2 diabetes, it increases the chances of heart disease, kidney failure, and nerve damage. How many people do you know are living with neuropathy? How many people do you know that their kidneys are failing? How many black folks are going to dialysis? When I was talking to my new friend, I was sharing with her that in Maryland, you get in the car in certain areas, you see a church, you see a liquor store, and then you see DaVita, a dialysis center. Church, liquor store, DaVita. They're popping up everywhere. And again, Oprah ain't talking about this. Oprah, rally everybody together. Do something for the black woman. Michelle Obama, step up. It's like, and it's gotten worse. Oh, man. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. And when I go to these people and ask them to get involved and to talk about it, now, if you pay them money, they show up. They don't care. Their actions demonstrate they don't care. Okay, let's go to number 3, amputations. Black Americans with diabetes are up to 4 times more likely to undergo lower limb amputations than white Americans. 4 times? To lose a limb just because I'm black? Like, what? I mean, this is crazy. This alarming disparity is often the result of unmanaged diabetic complications such as poor circulation and nerve damage. It also reflects inequalities in preventative care, access to early treatment, and consistent management of chronic disease. You know, I have a friend who's also a client who has he has millions of people that follow him. And I'm going to send him this video. And bro, let's figure out a way. You have a platform. Actually, there's 2 of them. One of them has millions. The other one has the potential. One of them's a doctor. And I've been begging him, both of them, let's figure out a way to help people. Now, let's say that the people just don't want help. Then let's keep trying, and maybe we got to get different people, but let's figure out a way. I don't need your platform. I don't need to be the star. I do hold a big part of the solution as a nutritionist and the guy who's proven. I do have challenges. I know nutrition. They don't. So yeah, I'm probably going to be the star. If people want to learn the nutrition part, that's going to play a big part. But don't let your ego and pride get in the way, bro. Jesus. And these are black people. I'm telling you, man, it is hard to work with black folks to help black folks. It's sad. It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm living it. I see it. And I'm trying. I'm doing this video right now. How many black folks going to share it? I mean, help me. Jeez. Anyway, let's move on to number 4. Remember, there's 8 of them. High blood pressure. High blood pressure. About 58% of Black folks in the United States have high blood pressure. So we're somewhere between 40 to 50% of the rest of the population. I mean, people are living with blood pressure and just okay with it. And they get on meds. Some of you are Black and you're on meds and you're like, I'm good, Mom. I'm under control. You're not. Don't give up. Figure out a way to get off those meds. You can. I help people all the time. Wow. So let me read it because this is staggering to me. About 58% of Black adults in the United States, have high blood pressure, one of the highest rates in the world. This condition greatly increases the risk of heart attack, strokes, and kidney disease. You notice strokes, heart attack, kidney disease, blood clots? Think of all the people I know a lot of my friends I went to high school with. A lot of them are dead. They had blood clots, stroke, heart attack. Hear about it all the time. So if people listen to this, they can't be against it. I'm not lying. They know someone last week or the week before that just died from exactly what I'm talking about. But again, many of these people, maybe I'm coming across too hard, but I'm just speaking facts. They won't do anything. So we got to figure out a way. And again, I don't have the answers. I'm just bringing awareness to it, right? The first thing that you do if you want to see change, right, in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, is be the change you want to see in the world, right? Well, change begins with awareness. So you must bring awareness to something, otherwise change won't happen. And no one is bringing awareness to it. So here I am on my up and coming YouTube channel sharing information. We'll be there one day. I know that for a fact. Okay, we got 4 more. Heart disease and stroke. Black Americans have higher death rates from heart disease and stroke than white Americans. So if you had white folks that, have heart disease or stroke compared to Black folks, the white folks are way more likely to survive and live compared to Black folks. Research shows, and here's the point, that heart disease deaths are about 30% higher among Black Americans. That's significant. Stroke rates and stroke-related deaths are also significantly elevated. You know, when I've brought this topic, the only people tell me like, "Hey, why are you pointing out Black folks?" Is Black folks. If the stats are that overwhelming, I don't care who the ethnic group is. I'm going to point it out. It needs to be pointed out. It just gets worse every year. Again, awareness is the first step. And I know it's hard to hear sometimes and we don't want to hear, but what else am I going to do? Just do nothing like everybody else? I'm not that kind of person. All right, 3 more. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Black Americans are 1.5 to 2 times. So imagine, because you're Black, you're 2 times more likely. And this is a very conservative stat. I've seen it higher than this. But Black Americans are 2 times more likely than white Americans to develop Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. This is linked to higher rates of high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, and other chronic conditions that affect brain health. Despite the increased risks, Black individuals are less likely to be diagnosed early or included in dementia-related research, limiting access to treatment and support. I mean, I don't know about you, but just think about it. If you have a minority group, and let's say you're a minority, and you found out that the group that you're part of or looked like, just a minority, was the most unhealthy population in the United States, wouldn't you want to say something, like do something about it? Like, okay, two more. Cancer, especially breast cancer. Now, I've done a lot of work in this space around breast cancer. I remember going to the Komen Institute and being in there and watching everyone drive these beautiful vehicles, beautiful location, and almost every photo of someone who's been a part of breast cancer, raising money, surviving, the stories. When I was there, they played videos. Large majority were Black women, Hispanics. And then when you look at a lot of the big marches and people out there raising funds, Black women, Hispanics. Now, that doesn't mean there's not Caucasians, because they are. But it made me just go, huh. And when you look at the data, Black women are about 40% more likely to die from breast cancer than white women. 40%? Whoa. Despite having slighter, lower overall rate of diagnosis. They are more likely to be diagnosed at a later stage and to have aggressive forms of the disease, such as triple negative breast cancer. These disparities are driven by barriers to early screening, limited access to timely treatment, and systemic differences in care. Okay. I got one more, and then I'll wrap it up. All-cause mortality. Okay, whenever you hear that, that just means got hit by a car. That's part of all-cause mortality. Had a stroke and died. That's all-cause mortality. Any form of death, right? Black Americans experience a higher overall risk of death from a wide range of causes, including chronic illnesses, infections, and preventable conditions. That means it didn't have to happen. This ongoing disparity reflects deep and persistent inequalities in healthcare access, quality, and support. I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. It's disheartening. Anybody got a question about it? Anybody want to share? It's unbelievable. It really is. It's like a Debbie Downer. It's depressing. But it starts here. And I'm going to work hard at how I communicate this. And hopefully I get these two ladies that's going to partner with me to raise awareness. And then we're going to develop a program and develop a movement to make it possible for, Black women to have access to what we're talking about. Now, I did learn this the other day as I get ready to close. And that is, Black women work hard. And I'm not saying that everybody else doesn't work hard, but they work hard and they have to go through a lot. I mean, a lot. And they've gone through a lot. And they are, as a people, I'm going to say incredible. And because I've seen it, I've lived it, I've been around it. And what I can tell you is that when, and I'm talking, and I'm generalizing, right? Because not every person, but when you get the bulk of Black women on path for something, they're a force. And I saw that, right? When we had the elections with Trump versus Biden or Kamala, when you had 92, 93% of Black women in line to support Kamala, that's a force. I mean, they can move mountains, and I remember like just watching that and being impressed. And if I was Kamala right now, someone shared this video with her because she could help raise awareness to this. When you have such a disparity, like when you have something this lopsided, then you're supposed to help. Like we shouldn't have that big of a gap. It shouldn't be 4 times more likely to die from this. It shouldn't be 60% compared to others. No. We need to create equal playing grounds, give everybody the opportunity. So there's something that's off. There is something that's way off. Otherwise, we wouldn't have such a disparity when it comes to health. And I'm sure there's some people talking about it, like I'm talking about it. Now, I happen to have a plan. I know exactly how we could change this. I know exactly how to implement it. The challenge now is just getting in front of people. And so it's going to slowly happen. And I'm committed to that. And I'm committed to helping everybody. But if I come across a disparity, I want to be a part of that. Like if everyone with blonde hair and green eyes fell short of their health, and we had numbers like I'm seeing when it comes to Black folks, that would be a disparity. I'd be like, wait a minute, this is an injustice. And that's how I'm seeing this. It's an injustice. All right, let me take a look on some of these social media platforms where I'm at. Let me see if anybody caught me, because, people don't want to talk about stuff like this. But I don't mind. It needs to be talked about because it's real. It's kind of like men, and I know there's a lot of men who experience erectile dysfunction. And they're trying to figure it out. That's why you see ads everywhere, right? You see ads because somebody's buying those pills and buying the stuff that's being sold, because they're silent about it, but they're going through it. They're having a hard time with it, and they don't really know where to go. So they go to the doctor, then they think it's testosterone, then they think it's this, and they think it's that, and they're lost. And I know because I work with a good amount I've helped many men, but more men aren't willing to come forward. But the ones that do, we're able to help them. It's a silent problem. And people just get comfortable living with it and being mad about it. That's what's taking place when it comes to health. There's a disparity, and Black women are falling prey to an opportunity for life to be experienced different. Anyway, Peggy, thank you for sharing. Peggy made a very nice comment. She says, I'm so proud of you for speaking about this disparity. And I want to say thank you, Peggy. It is actually very challenging to talk about because I know that I don't have the words or the ability to put this energy out there that Black women will embrace. Because if they don't know me, then I know it's hard to build trust with certain groups. And I feel that's what I'm up against. But that's why I think God put me in touch with these 2 ladies that I had the privilege and opportunity to have a great meeting with yesterday. And we're going to have follow-up calls this week. And I see something very powerful emerging from it, because I have some assets that will be able to help. And I think being around them and being in conversation with them, I'm going to become better at communicating in a way that comes across trustworthy and not pointing the finger, right? So that's what I don't want. Ladies, Black ladies, if you heard me this whole time, I don't want to be someone sharing stats like I'm pointing the finger at you. That's not the goal. It's like, that is not the goal at all. I mean, we all have enough to deal with on a regular basis. So I don't want to be a thorn or a headache. I want to make it welcoming, create some type of, I don't know, like, well, the ladies, they explained it very well when I heard them talking about it, or they both share with me individually. I was like, you guys got it. And I'm going to learn. It's going to make me, I'm looking forward to learning and becoming better at communicating. So I do come across warm. Maybe that's what it is. I want to work on that, because I know what the intent is. It's warm and it's fuzzy and it's sincere. But that's one thing, right? People got to feel that. And I think sometimes if you don't have the words in the right format and you're a data guy like I am, you can come across a little hard. And that's not my goal. So, all right, you guys, thank you. Again, we have an 8-week fat loss challenge coming up. Anybody's interested in that, hey, we would love to have you. You're going to learn a lot about nutrition, a lot. And if you have weight you want to lose, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. It's a brand new challenge that I'm launching or making available that is going to take you into the updates and things that I've been waiting to share for about 15 years. That's why I'm writing a new book, because I've been waiting. And thank you, God, for giving me the patience. Actually, it wasn't even, I just went with what my gut was telling me. And I had a few book offers. I could have just wrote a book like a lot of people do, just write another book. But I knew that I don't want to write another book, and certain things needed to line up, and certain things I needed to better understand before I could write a book, because this will be my best book. And I'm not running away from the methodology that I've been teaching people for years. I've upgraded the methodology, right? Because you'll see someone write a book on losing weight, then they'll write another book on losing weight, but it's keto. Then they'll write another book, 3 years later, and it's intermittent fasting. The integrity of what I'm about hasn't changed. It's just gotten better. That's the difference. So I can be real about it. All right, you guys. Thank you very much. I'm Roberto Ferguson. When I come back, which will be tomorrow, I'll be in a nice, happier place. I mean, I'm not happy now, but I'm talking about something that does touch me and it moves me. So I'm looking forward to continue to develop this, and of course, sharing with you things that can help you. But again, right now, if you have questions, you can reach out to me directly. I made my contact information available, and I appreciate you. Okay, so until the next one.
In a world of times, there's a new way to see. No more counting calories, just living free. Robert Ferguson's got the plan you need. With diet-free life, it's the key. No more starving, getting rid of inflammation. Choosing healthy choices, providing you with sound information. Bringing balance to hormones and insulin through food. With DFL, teaching you food choices to see you through. DFL, we're teaching you to eat food right. Teaching you to pair food with each bite. Balancing our body's microbiome, feeling so right.